So, last DaRk toonz, I ended with a scream because there was real monsters. Ickis, Oblina, and Crumb. 3 friends in monster school. Now, before I dig deep into the dark recesses of this show, Monsters Inc. is pretty much the same because you got monsters at school and they have to collect screams for power. These monsters are at school and their projects are based on how many screams they do and they get points. And there was going to be a movie version, but was considered too dark. So in a way, Monsters Inc. is the Real Monsters movie.
What?
Because it's got the same premise. Like, they don't have these 3 in there, but these 3 did turn up in other Nicktoons, like as a toy or on a TV show or in the background. You know, I think Rugrats, Ickis is a toy. He's in there, and then in one of the other Nicktoons, it might even be SpongeBob. Like Oblina, she's like in the background, and then Crumb's another toy in another Nicktoon. So they have a video game, and they popped up in other Nick video games. So yeah, Real Monsters came out mid-90s, went for another season, a 3rd season, and final. Now, the great thing about these sets, not only the awesome colors, but 2 discs, all the episodes, so a step up from the Goosebumps. I was gonna say a step up from the Ghostbusters. No. Afterlife will be a step up from the remake, but yeah, a big improvement over the Goosebumps series. You got consistent episodes, no bonus features, which is sad, but each menu, like, it's got the color scheme, it's got like a different background, a different monster. So lots of fun. There's no hidden special features as far as I know, but yeah, so each set is the same, just different color. You got a few awesome pictures on the background. The Grumble. He's hilarious. He always picks on Ickis. You got Simon, the monster hunter. He's a great character. And this would work for a movie. Like, maybe they do a live action Real Monsters movie. Make it a bit dark, but fun for the kids. You know, they'll look awesome as CGI because there's been some great CGI lately. And in the real world, have Simon. He was voiced by James Belushi, or Jim Belushi. So get him to play Simon. Tim Curry did the voice of the little wasp thing, Zebo. And then you got the Snorch, who tortures all the monsters. He sings in a cappella and soprano. It's great. But yeah, and there's so many other monsters, you know, they think they're really tough and they always pick on Ickis. Then he grows really big, scares other monsters, scares the kids. He befriends a couple of humans. Then Ickis and Oblina try and save him all the time. Other times they just leave him be, and then they realize we have to save him. Oblina moves back to her parents' house a couple of times. Crumb befriends his pimple, and then his pimple turns on him, and then everyone turns on Crumb. So lots and lots of going on. And it was great. You know, after school, you come back home and watch all these, and you'd have to wait for the next day, and then when a series finished up, they will be back in a couple months or the year after. But I mean, and yeah, it is a very dark series. I don't know what the darkest one is. You know, I really don't know what the darkest Real Monsters episode is. That lots of them are. You know, some monsters get swept away, like they pretty much do die. But it's very subtle. You know, they get lost and they get trapped. I think one even has a monster get experimented on or brainwashed. And there's so much to say. I mean, that much, it's like an invasion. Weird. So I talked about the trapdoor. And yeah, the episode, I think it's the final episode on series 2 when Rog, you think he's being killed. I'd say that's probably the darkest and saddest one. And then it's got dark moments like, yeah, when Drot's thrown down the trapdoor and when Boney's stuck in there and Burke's having a nightmare. But as far as our real monsters go, I don't know what the darkest is. They're fairly consistent. Like, some are a bit boring and a bit lighter as the series went on. Like, it could be the second series where it got dark, but throughout, that's the first one. Yeah. I think that's where they peaked, and then it got lighter in series 3 and then got clean in the fourth one. But and there's toys as well. It's still toys now. But yeah, there's no revival of Our Real Monsters. There should be. Like, it would be great. But yeah, like, even when the monsters scare themselves or get scared, that's hilarious. But good show. Like, really, really awesome show. And I think the best series would probably have to be the first season, because there's many really good episodes. But series 2, I mean, they just got better. Like, yeah, it's because, look, I mean, there's just so much. I'm even shocked at what to say. You got 4 awesome seasons. 4 awesome seasons. Many great episodes. Some dud. Some great. Some frightening and dark. Like, the whole thing. It's just crazy. Icarus is my favorite. Oblivion is pretty cool. Crumb's funny. The Grumble can be annoying, but he's a really interesting character. Like, when his mum comes over, all the students tease him and he gets really angry. His eyes glow and his mum tells him off. He's like, "Oh, sorry, mumsikins," and then everyone's like teasing him, and then he has to do a scare or see in class, and then the mum goes and everyone's like, "Ah!" And then the Grumble's like, "Oh, I'm going to punish you," and then you hear screams and laughing at the end. Then the Snorch, of course, big dopey monster with annoying little ugly Zebo, voiced by the legendary Tim Curry. So that's probably the highlights of it. Well, I might sing the Doom song. Doom, 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 doomy, doom, 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 doom.